All right. So welcome. Our last Wednesday night team call. So that's pretty fun. We're changing nights. But Casey, do you want to go ahead and introduce your new coach are you around?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Were you talking about me? This
Yeah.
Casey?
Yep.
What do you want me to do?
Introduce your new coach.
Oh, are they all here? Well, you guys know Frankie, right? Frankie's been around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Frankie. And then Nicole has jumped on tonight. She joined. So she's a good example, and it's funny because I was talking to her last night about inviting and stuff. I think I started talking to her like last December, like November, and she ghosted me like 7 times. And then whatever, long story short, she decided to join me, and then very soon after decided that it was working so well for her and she loved it, and she decided to be a working coach. And you guys should all go follow her on Instagram and Facebook her, because she is killing it with posting and sharing her journey. So
Awesome.
Welcome, Nicole. And then there will be one more popping on, I think Megan, and she's new too, so but she's not on here yet. So
Okay. All right, we'll maybe do that at the end.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I just, when she gets on.
Awesome.
Wait,
Cool.
give her a wave.
Well, welcome. We're excited to have new people on our team. We are at 9 new members since we started our little thing to try to get to 100 by the end. So we've got some work to do, all of us, because it's a team goal. But so just wanted to share, I just put it in the team page, but the September calendar. So I'll kind of go over the details here in a second, but we are changing to Monday nights, and next Monday night we will not have a team call. However, we are going to make a big New Coach Academy on October 7th for 3 weeks. So if you've been around for a while and you would like to be part of running the New Coach Academy, we are going to do a little call Monday night to kind of brainstorm and plan. The idea behind it is that we do the New Coach Academy just like a launch, like we do for Morning Meltdown 100, where you talk about it for a couple of weeks and get pumped about it, share about the excitement, that kind of stuff, so that we are launching a New Coach Academy. And that's the idea behind that. So if you want to take part of the planning, I'll put a link out on Monday. That's optional. You don't feel like you have to. If you're new, you get to be part of the New Coach Academy. We're going to make our own videos and our own resources and stuff like that. So I'm super excited. We have some new people joining us for Morning Meltdown 100 on Tuesday, and then also Pumpkin Spice Shakeology is available on Tuesday. Last year, it was only available for approximately like 3 hours, I think. But they've said at Summit that they do have more. So what I was wondering and thinking, would you guys want to run a 5-day Shako group? So the idea behind that is, I know some people don't want to buy like a whole box of pumpkin spice, but they want like 4 or 5 samples. And so I was thinking I was going to buy maybe like 2 or 3 boxes and then do 5-day Shako groups at the end of the month. And so if you're new, what we do is we just sell samples of Shakeology. If you don't have some, I know Casey Partridge has extra. I think I have an extra box right now. So we just sell them I sell mine for $5 for $25. I know some people sell them for $30. And then that way people can try it. And we usually give away like a prize. So does that sound like something you guys would want to do?
Sounds great. I have a bunch of samples too.
Okay.
Packs.
Yes, I definitely want to do that. Jacqueline's been telling me to do it for a year, and I didn't know how to do it on my own. So yes, definitely.
Okay. So the plan would be that we would run it the 23rd as of now. If you order pumpkin spice on Tuesday, that should give you time to you can start advertising that you're running it so that you have it kind of like down. And then as long as you send them by like the 17th or 18th, they should get to the person on time. So that would give you time to do it. So go ahead.
I was just going to say, those of you that like Ashley, I have a ton of extras because my mom was getting them, whatever. But if you want to participate and you don't have any and you need me to send them, I'm more than willing to send them for you. Just so you know, that's how that works. So like if anybody want to participate, just tell me who needs the address and I'll send them, and then you can Venmo me or whatever. So
yeah. Mallory, can we use your group? You're on mute.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Were you running one in September already, or?
Well, I was planning on it, but now that that was like, I'd rather do it as a big group.
Okay.
I haven't started advertising or anything.
Okay. Yeah. Does the 23rd sound okay? Does that week sound okay for everyone? I mean, I can open to change. I just wanted it later in the month.
Works for me.
Okay. All right. Does anyone have any questions if you're newer and don't know what that is?
So basically, like, how do we start to advertise for it? Like Jacqueline said something to me, like people can just drink Shakeology and lose weight and not even like do exercises. Is that what we're promoting, or?
Yeah. So typically what I do is I usually send invites to people that they said no because of a price. And usually their objection with the price is the price of Shakeology itself. And so I say, hey, this is a great way for you to try it. They're scared of the whole thing. So I try to go back to the people who said no. And then I will advertise and be like, hey, like for me, it was the one thing that I changed in my diet when I first started. Like I was exercising, and all I did, like that was the first thing I did when I started this journey. I didn't do any of the containers or anything. I simply just like replaced my lunch with Shakeology, and I started to lose weight. So like I'll share about that, like how I got rid of like 1,000-calorie meal at lunch and drank Shakeology, and it was my treat every day, that kind of stuff. And it helped me. So, but you would use your story, you know, like why you like it, and just, yeah, advertise it in stories or post if you want, however you want to do it. And then what we'll do is we'll have people weigh in on Monday and usually weigh in Saturday. And the biggest loser based on percentage would win a $25 gift card is what we usually do. And then I can put up, like I have little graphics that are like 15-minute workouts. So if they want to work out, they can do that if they want to, but they don't have to. Oh yeah. And like Mallory said, they can do if they want to do workouts, they can do a 14-day bod trial as well. And you can just send them the link for that. That's a good point, Mallory. Thank you. Okay. All right. So we'll do that. We'll plan the 23rd, and maybe, yeah, we'll go from there. And then since I know some people have some big goals for the rest of this year, including myself, we are going to do some live power hours. I have 2 scheduled. When I put the / that means 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern. So, we're going to do those 2 Thursdays. If people like, I don't know if you know, in our team page, there's Mallory. In our team page, where are you? If you ever like have like 2 of you that you're talking back and forth and you guys want to work together, where is it? It's under announcements. And you can just click on Hustle Hour, and that, as long as like somebody else isn't like, as long as I'm not using my Zoom account, you can go in there and work together, and you'll have unlimited time. So otherwise you can use your own Zoom link, but you'd be limited to 45 minutes. So that's available for you guys if you want to use it. All right. And then, we're going to try to do 2 What is Coaching on IG. So I'm going to think that we're going to have a couple people sign up. to share and do the stories again. I really liked when people shared like the day in the life of a coach. So we'll just do a couple people. That way we're hitting like 4 people. So I'll just put on a thing in our team page to have people sign up for that. But what I think would be really cool is if people would be willing to, on like every Friday, if we could get a volunteer to go in and share their coach story into our challenge group. So share like why you started coaching, and just be like, it doesn't have to be a call to action, but just to share why you're coaching. Because I think people, and maybe you felt this way, people are afraid of the coach title. And so the more we can normalize that we're normal people, we have struggles, we had the same objections, we had the same fears that they do, that will help you in converting challengers to coaches, because challengers make the best coaches. In fact, most of you were awesome challengers before becoming coaches. So does anyone want to, we'll start that next week. So I'll just put it, does it work if I just do a post and then we can like comment? Is that okay? Does that work best? Okay, yeah. Perfect. So we don't. All right. And then we're going to start a round 3 of Morning Meltdown 100 on October 7th, mainly because it's on BOD, finally on October 1st for everybody. So people that are year-long BOD members can access that. So we'll start a 3rd group then. So any questions about September? That's a lot. I feel like, whew. No? Okay. All right. So many of you asked, and I was very vague, a 7-day Instagram boot camp. It's just intentional to learn more about Instagram and to learn how to grow your Instagram account and how to use it. So I'm going to just run it in our team page next week. So if you want to participate, I'd love that. If not, and if that like freaks you out a little bit, then don't worry about it. So, but that's what we'll do. So hopefully you'll join me. I'm really excited about it. I am taking an Instagram class from, I posted in her, she had a free group, the Kayla Yabnez. And I purchased one of her courses, and it's on Instagram stories. So I'm hoping to learn, and then I can bring that back and share with you guys as well. And then, like I said, pumpkin spice, September 3rd, hopefully it lasts a day or 2 days. But I would ask your people, like if anybody says they want it, I'm planning on sharing one more time, that you just tell them like it might only last a day. But last year, a ton of coaches bought like 5 or 6 boxes, or somebody bought like an outrageous amount of like 20, I feel like. And I don't know if there will be as much of that this year. So hopefully not. All right, I shared this last night and I just wanted to share it again, but Road to Elite. And so I think Casey Reynolds, you had asked just like what that means and what needs to happen. So basically what needs to happen is we need to have 5 diamonds and at least 3 on one side and 2 on the other. It doesn't matter, but they have to be 2 and 2, and then the 1 can be on whatever side. So, and diamond, again, for those of you, is 4 active coaches, and 1 active coach on each leg has to be emerald. So that is one of the pieces. The other pieces are we get points based on people going from 1 star to 2 star to 3 star to 4 star to 5 star. So if you're a current diamond and you go to 1 star, that helps us earn elite points. The other thing that helps is every coach hitting Success Club every month. That helps with getting points. Holding for 6 weeks and then hitting Success Starters. So people on our team doing the first 3 months and getting Success Club the first 3 months. And earning their free ticket to Summit, which is the best part, and kicking off their business. So that's kind of how we can earn elite points. So does anyone have questions about that and what that means? So I'm going to try to update this like once a month or more if we really start crushing it. Okay.
What does the blue dots mean?
Blue means active. It's just like some of them are discount coaches, so I didn't have pictures.
Oh, I see.
And orange means inactive, so there's a coach there, but it's an inactive coach.
So they're still paying the $15. They're just not ordering Shakeology.
or $50 worth or 50 PV worth.
Yeah. Okay.
What about the purple and green dots?
The
Pink and green, sorry.
yeah, no, the purple is they're either halfway to emerald, and then the green dot is they are emerald.
Okay.
Or they once were an emerald, but now are no longer an emerald. Is a pink, but. Any others? Okay. All right. So I'm super proud of you guys. I feel like Jacqueline put that thread in last week, and it really put a fire under people to start inviting. And I'm super proud of the people, like you guys pushing yourselves to try to get to that goal. I just want to be very transparent and let you know that you are not the only one that like sends multiple invites and gets no's or gets ignores. Like I literally have sent out 80 invites this week, and I have had so many ignores. And I finally had one person say yes tonight after 80. So I don't know if that's discouraging or helpful to you. But there's just some months, like this month was a struggle for me. There's other months where like, I don't even think about it and I have Success Club 10, but not, like you can be doing all the things and just some months it's not there. And so if you tried, I just want to encourage you, if you tried, like be proud of yourself for trying and pushing yourself. And what usually happens on the reverse side of that is the next month goes really well. So, like last year I had it happen again. Every month last year I had Success Club 10 except for October. Again, I sent a ton of invites in October because I was trying to push theirs at Success Club 8. November, I was at like Success Club 15 or 16 within the first 2 weeks. It like just was this backflow of people after all those invites in October. So sometimes you're setting the groundwork for the next month. And I just want to encourage you to maybe not wait till the last week of the month in October, number one, and two, that you aren't the only person that gets ignored. And that doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong or you're necessarily saying the wrong thing. If you're not sharing anything at all and you're sending invites, that might be some of it. But if you're consistently sharing and inviting, it just may be the month. I don't know what to tell you on that. So, but what I thought, how many people are still have not hit Success Club? Okay. So we're going to work. How's that sound?
Yes.
Sounds great.
Okay. So,
I'm very glad that you said that because I was so determined to hit Success Club this month because I hit it last month and I'm so excited. I'm getting the t-shirt and I've probably, even though I haven't been doing my tracker, I've been doing like 50 to 80 invites a week. And I've gotten just people wanting to talk. Mm-hmm. One person's going to just get Shakeology. One person's just going to get BOD. One person's just going to get Recover. And I sent all these share carts out and nobody's done anything. And then I had some weird stalker for like 2 weeks that I finally blocked. It was like, oh my gosh, like I never had like a weird person like that before. So I guess it's because it's the month of school starting and everybody's spent all their money on their kids or something is what I'm thinking. Because I was really glad you said that because I was going to talk to you about that afterwards because I don't like to feel negative, but I was like a little bummed this month.
And like for us, like we haven't started, our school districts are either just starting or they haven't started. So people are like just trying to figure out getting their kids to school, getting that new routine. So I know that that's a big thing for us too. And they did spend a lot of money getting school supplies and school clothes and stuff like that. So if they get in Shakeology, that's Success Club points if they do it on HD. So,
yeah, she said she didn't want to do it on HD. She wanted to try it first. So now I'm going to get the Shakeology sample group.
Did you explain that it's $2 shipping and then you'll go in and cancel it for her?
Well, no, I actually didn't say that. I should have said that.
Yeah.
'Cause
You can go back and say that just.
So I redid the share cart without it. And she said, okay. And I messaged her and said, I sent you the email without the automatic refill and now it's ready to go. And she said, okay. And she's never ordered it. So, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So let's just go ahead and just either go to your stories or go to your, Facebook post or anything. And we're just going to start some conversations. So, you can either, one that I said last week that I like to do is just thank them for following your journey and how much it means to you. Because they are, it's hard to put yourself out there and to share. Or you could just say, ask them how they're doing. Like, hey, it's been a while. How's everything going for you? Stuff like that. So let's go ahead and do that for just 5 or 6 minutes and see if that starts some conversations for you. And then we'll move on from there.
You just doing that.
All right, if you have a list of people that you have been talking to for a while or that you haven't invited, just go ahead and send out the simple message of, hey, would you want to do a 100 workout program with me? Or you phrase it just something simple like that. Hey, I've got a new boot camp starting that's 100 workouts long. We're starting Tuesday. Do you want to do it with me? And see where we go from there. And then I'll post in the chat for those of you that aren't in the thread that we've been talking on in our team page, just kind of how you can follow up from there.
Oh gosh. I knew I was gonna do that because they weren't done when it went off.
GTE and we air conditioning, service guarantee.
How are you guys doing on invites?
I'm doing okay. I have a question.
Yeah.
So what would you recommend when like people keep ignoring you, but you've sent like several messages? Like I've only sent probably like 2 messages like per like ignore. Like for the people that ignored me, like I've probably only sent them like 2 messages. Do you think I should like keep following up with them, or like how do I like continue the conversation when it's one-sided, or do I just shut it down? Like I don't know like what to do.
So is it just a conversation or is it invite?
Like sometimes they'll ask me like for like some of them they've asked me for information and then I've sent it and then they didn't respond, so I'll like follow up with them and then they won't respond again. So but they've seen
I
it.
do a third follow-up.
Okay.
Say, hey, I know this isn't for everybody, but I have a group starting and we need to get like, I just want to see if you're in or not. Like,
Okay.
I kind of like say it like, I know this isn't for everybody. Just because it like kind of makes it more like
Like understand. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It kind of elicits a response a little bit better usually for me. So
Okay. Perfect.
yeah, and I'll usually say like, I know it's not for everybody. It's no big deal if you don't want to do it, but I know you were interested because you asked. So I just want to know if so we can get you your things in time or something like that.
Okay. Sounds
And
good.
then as far as like if you're trying to engage in a conversation with somebody, it's again for me it's a 3 thing. So I'll do like 2 like trying to get to know them, and the third one I just send an invite. Like,
okay.
if I don't know them, I'll just send the invite because it's like, well, I guess I could cross them off, but I could just send them an invite if they're seen and see what they say. And if they don't respond, then I'm just move on. I cross them off my list and just.
Okay.
Perfect. Yeah. Good question.
Can I say too? I've had several that I've like asked and they said not right now. And what's worked for me is to not feel pushy because I always feel super pushy if I invite them every month. I always just say, like, I put it on myself and say, hey, just wanted to check in again because I didn't want you to think that I forgot about you.
Oh, that's a good one.
Instead of saying like, are you ready yet? I just always say like, I didn't want you to think that I forgot about you. Like you're still in the back of my mind. So then you're like covering yourself to not be annoying, but you just are saying like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like that's less like annoying than, are you ready?
Right. No, yeah. I really like that actually.
Do you guys want more time to do some more invites or move on to the next thing?
I think I'm good.
Okay. So what I want you to do is go to your list of either followers or friends. And so I've just been sending a simple message that just says, hey, I appreciate you following my journey. Like if somebody you've never talked to before, but they're listed as a follower, I say, I appreciate you following me on my journey. I'm just trying to get to know my followers a little bit. Where are you from? And I just start a conversation that way so that I'm getting to know them a little bit and see if we can connect. It may not lead anywhere. And I send about like 10 or 15 of these every day. And if they answer me back, then I write them down on my list of people to like engage in a conversation with. But if they don't, then I don't put them on my list.
Mom,
Hey, yeah, Devin, we're just we're working and we're just sending messages to either invites or just to connect with people that we haven't talked to in a while. All right, so that's kind of like, I'll just do those, and like I'll do like get the connections for like 15 minutes during the day, usually in the morning, and then like invites during my lunch break, and then more connections in the evening. And that's really, as long as you're consistently sharing, that's like the work you need to do at this point. Once you start adding coaches and things like that, there's more. But I think it's fun to do these together because it makes me like actually sit down and work and not scroll the whole time. So, but does anyone have anything they want to share or anything like that?
I'll share something that happened this week. It was actually like after Jacqueline posted the encouragement of inviting, things like that. And something that she said is that usually we kind of play it out in our heads, like we're annoying people or like all these other things, like but it's really just in our head. And the first girl I messaged goes, and I know that there was like some other ladies that had this happen too with like their invites, but I messaged this girl and she goes, were you reading my mind? I was just about to like ask you for more information about like what you're doing. And I've like I never asked her about it. I never invited her. Like I never really, it was just like she came to my mind and I was like, I'll ask her. And she was wanting information the whole time. And so just as an encouragement, like that is so, it rang so true for me this week when Jacqueline said that it's usually like in our heads that we think that. And so if you're scared to invite somebody, chances are they're already looking and like slightly interested, or if not, like they want to like already join and they're just waiting for you to reach out. So that was a win for me this week.
That's awesome. Thank you. I actually, the one girl that said yes today, I'm still waiting for her to purchase, but she, she was one of those people that like was interested and then has ghosted me like 3 times. And I just randomly sent her a message. She goes, I was actually just going to message you. So the same thing. It's like, yeah, you do put that on other people. That's so good. Thanks for sharing. Anyone else?
I just want to share, like, I know Ashley has said like a million times that the book Built to Last is so good, but I texted her was that yesterday? I texted her and Casey yesterday and I was just like, cause I was cleaning my house and I've usually listened to my personal development on my way to school, but for some reason, just like 15-minute time periods in the car going to school, I just don't focus as well. So I was cleaning my house and I was listening to it for like an hour last night. And there's this part that like really hit home for me. And I don't want to spoil it if anybody wants to read the book, but it's not really, it's not like a movie or anything. I guess it's not that bad. But anyway, it was talking about, there's a story where this guy, basically this kid was nice to this kid in high school, this new kid, and helped him, picked up his books for him at one point and then walked him home, whatever. He became really good friends with him. And this kid ended up being like the valedictorian. The kid that he helped ended up being the valedictorian, like all-star football player, like super popular, homecoming king, whatever. And he was doing his valedictorian speech. And he said that the day that he dropped his books on the floor, he dropped his books because he was taking his stuff out of his locker. He was nervous because he was going to commit suicide. And he was taking them out because he was like, it's one less thing that my parents have to deal with. I'll just do it, whatever. He got nervous and he dropped them. This kid walked up to me, helped me pick up my books. And like, basically he said that gave me hope. And he didn't commit suicide because of that. And so I was like, okay, well, where is this going? And he said that we have to realize that if we don't reach out to somebody, because it's just one simple thing like that kid didn't have to help him pick up his books. Like he chose to take the nice route. And he's like, I don't usually do that. I was really out of character, but he picked them up and he's kind of like related that to the fact of if there's somebody that we're thinking about reaching out to, we don't know what kind of internal struggles they're having. And I mean, it sounds kind of dramatic, but we could like literally be saving someone's life by reaching out to them and giving them not necessarily like workouts, but like this community. Or if it is the workouts that they need and like the confidence. And for some reason that to me, just like, it was like that to me is worth the like, ooh, I don't know if I should invite them. That's like worth all the no's. That's worth, to me, it's even worth people like saying icky things behind my back because I do this business, because he just put it in the perspective of that. Like, you could literally change someone's life and save their life.
Mhm.
And so I just keep going back and thinking about that. And just every time I think about it, I get chills, and like, I don't know, it hits home really hard. And it's, I don't know. It was one of those moments where you're just like, holy crap, this is worth it. Like, I don't know.
Mhm. And I, like I've like listened to it like 2 times, and I bought the book, so I'm reading it for a 3rd time. But like, there is so much in here, and like I've said it, I'm a broken record. But if there's a book about our business that you're going to read, it, you should read this one. You're only going to read one book. Read this.
It's the book. If you're looking for like a business building book, this is like the best. Like, it's not like Rachel Hollis, like,
no,
girl, you get out there and do it. It's like specifically for the business. But I want to get the book now too. I told Ashley that I'm like, I'm going to listen to the rest of it, but I want to get the book because I want to be able to like mark it up and like go back to it.
And there's like action steps at the end of each chapter, so it's nice.
And I haven't been doing those because it's hard when you're listening to it. So I want to buy the book to do the action steps.
Yeah.
It's
if
so
you're
good.
afraid of reading, it's only 135 pages. So it's not very long if you're afraid of reading. But thank you, Casey, for putting that extra plug in for me, because I'm going to reread it again. Like, really, it's so good. So.
I don't know. That just stuck out to me because I like worry so much about like what other people think. And it wasn't necessarily like, that wasn't his point of like, don't care what other people think. But in my mind, it was like, wow, what means more, me caring, like what other people think, or like saving someone's life potentially.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So and I think everybody's going to take that story differently because they have different experiences, but it was just so good. I was like, okay, dude, I hear you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's awesome. All right, let's say cheese. All right. So again, no call went Monday, and then our next one is Monday the 9th. I'm excited for Monday nights, y'all. And there will be a Slay Squads call right before it. I just don't know who it is yet. So you can always hop on those too. So. All right. Have a great week, guys.
Bye, guys. Love you all.
Bye.